So a lot of my videos recently have been about topics that were mainly geared toward more experienced witches. So I kind of thought I'd do a video for some of my subscribers that are newer to the path and are kind of hoping for a bit of guidance. This was spurred mainly because Bray and I have decided to start a study circle in our area. And we're really excited about it. We posted stuff everywhere pretty much so that people will hopefully see it and join. And we're really excited about that. I thought I'd do a video about trying to find a teacher and or a coven because it's a daunting task. And if you live in an area where you have the opportunity, if you want to, you should really take advantage of it. Because I've been searching for a teacher and possibly a coven in my area. And it's difficult. Like, I knew it would be difficult, but it's a lot harder than I had imagined previously. There's a discussion on Wiccan Together, and I'll probably post a link below so you can go check that one out because it's really helpful. And I posted a few times in it with my issues that I've been having. But it's about crafting an introduction when you find a group you're interested in. And there's a lot of good advice that I'm not going to repeat because the link is there and you have it, so you're ready to go. But to find that group, I would recommend that you get on Witchfox at least once every 2 or 3 weeks, because it's common to look on Witchfox like once and then see nothing and then just assume there's never going to be anything in your area. And that's not true. I've been checking, I don't know, every few days or so because my area is fairly active, but there are new covens and new groups like springing up all over the place. It's just kind of overwhelming. And there were actually a few in my area that I did send messages to, and it's in the thread sort of, but none of them really emailed me back. And so I kind of talked about that in the thread, or she gave me some advice, and there's some other people that had issues, and there's a nice discussion. But sometimes it's not that easy to just get on Witchfox and find a group and have them accept you, and that's why I'm posting the link, because there's discussion about how to, I guess, sell yourself to the group. Because on Wiccan Together, there's a group called Wiccan Teachers, and it's really discouraging. Like, they post on there with like no details about anything. They don't give how long they've been studying. They don't give what their areas of interest are, what they need instruction in, what books they've read previously, their previous means of education, nothing. They just say, I need a teacher, and expect someone to just jump and take them on. It astounds me. Like, they think that all teachers are going to be suited to all students. So, that's mainly why I was posting this too, because there is a definite wrong and right way to go about trying to find a teacher. And you could do the wrong way, but it's not going to produce results and you're not going to be happy. You really need to make it personal, because the teacher or the coven needs to know who they're taking on, or they're not going to want to take the risk. I mean, it's a lot of work for teacher and student. That's the other thing you need to think about if you're ready to put in the work. So if you are unable to find a teacher or a coven, there are online teachers. It's not as effective in most cases, and it can be difficult for both the teacher and the student, but you can find them on places like Wiccan Together. And if you're really, really serious and interested, that's the path that you should probably take if you're over 18. Well, all of these paths are if you're over 18, really, or the legal age in your country. I know for my study group, because a lot of study groups are different, and you're going to have to find, if you're looking for a study group, the one that fits you. What we're going to do is we're going to be a book discussion group to begin with, because we're taking people of all Wiccan paths and all levels of experience. But because of that, we're going to start with the basic books that we haven't read yet, that we really need to read. I made this huge list yesterday, but we're going to do that first, and then we're going to have kind of workshops led by the members on topics that they're interested in and feel like they can teach, or they're interested in, Bray and I feel like we can teach. And after everyone is on the same footing, we're probably going to do a ritual writing workshop. And then we're going to start having sabbats, open circles for the sabbats, and each person in the group will take one sabbat that they choose or is assigned to them if they don't have a preference, and they'll write the ritual for it. This is all in addition to doing group bonding experience. And the reason we're doing the bonding experiences is because it may just be a study group, but we feel like we need to have some sort of bond between us. And there's the potential, if this study group goes on long enough and we have that bond, that we could form into a coven at some point down the road. But that's way down the road. The reason I'm talking so much about it is because I posted it on Facebook for those of you who are actually my Facebook friends, and I didn't know if any of you saw it, so if you're interested, you should totally email me. There's a note on Facebook, and it's on Witchbox. Right now we're just the Northern Kentucky Circle of Solitaries, so we need a name. So you can look for it there too. But study groups can be different. Some of them aren't really book discussion groups. Some of them will just discuss topics assigned to each week. Some people will do kind of a presentation style, they'll give someone an assignment, do a presentation on gardenery and Wicca, and the next time the person will come in and then they'll do their presentation and then everyone will kind of discuss it and then they'll all go home. There are study groups online. There are all sorts of options that you can do for teaching, and if you need any recommendations, I can try to help you with that. Online, obviously, I might not be able to help you with your area. But, yeah, so that's what's going on there. But it's also important to know that teachers and study groups and covens will most likely not take you on if you were just starting out. Like I said, it's a lot of work, and if you haven't read any books, you looked at 2 websites, you should not be looking for a teacher. You can look for recommendations about where to go next, and I've done videos about them, so you can look there, or you can look anywhere online, really. They're everywhere. Book lists, everything. But if you aren't sure about this path, it's not the time to be looking for a teacher. A teacher is not there to convince you that this path is right for you. They're there to help you along and grow. You should also know what you're looking for. If you're looking for someone to teach you the basics of Wicca, if you're looking for someone to teach you about energy manipulation or herbalism or druidry or ritual construction, spell work, crystals, Reiki, etc., you just need to think about so much before you even start the search for a teacher. And apparently the people on Wiccan Together that have posted I need a teacher, help me, didn't think of any of that. So that's really the reason why. If they can't put the thought into what they need, how does that prove to a teacher that they're ready to take on the responsibility of the education that teacher will help them with? And that's mainly the reason why a lot of covens or study groups or teachers will have such long lists of things that you need before you even email them. If you look on Witchbox, a lot of them will have at least 8 or 10 questions that you have to answer in depth in the email that you send them. Because if you can't spend 10 to 15 minutes writing an email, it doesn't show them that you have the dedication to do anything, let alone spend a year or more under their tutelage. This is getting long, so I'm going to cut it off. But you just need to kind of think about all that before you jump into looking for a teacher or coven. It's a very important tool and a very helpful tool, but it's not always for everyone, especially at every phase in their study. So I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.